And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Dyson Sphere program. Alright, I am on good old, where am I? Circini 3. Here we are. Way out here. Metal Mech is doing great. Sulfuric is doing great. So I looked around at all of the neighboring stars to see which one has the most luminosity. So if you click on a star, you can see luminosity. That is an indication of power generation via the Dyson Sphere. The higher that number, the more power is generated. And lo and behold, Circini here has the highest luminosity of all of the areas close to us. So okay, let's click on the actual star here. So 1.677. A couple of these come close. 1648, 1656. So a lot of these come close. The Alts hat here, you know, I pondered this one, but it's quite a ways away from all the other things. And since we're making so much stuff here, I thought it might be wise to maybe just build our Dyson Sphere around this star. So we have a long way to go before we can do that. So yeah, I'm here on number 3 because this is going to be the oil planet. I don't know if you come up with a better name for that, then that's great. So what I did, if we go out here a ways, there are a few systems out here, namely like, not Theta. You got to go to like older stars. There's one. Thea Gruis here has crude oil, and there's one or two other ones. I think that's the only one that I went to that had an absolute abundance of crude oil. So what I did is I just set up an area where it's pumping quite a lot of that stuff, and we want to have a planet that is basically all oil refinery. That's basically what I'm thinking here. So one thing I want to do is I want to set up a little area here to load in. I need some more foundations. And so we're going to do a thing here with some solar panels. And I know the solar panels, I know we are kind of cutting it close here. Get a little bit of power as I build the solar panels out. I'm not going to do the whole planet on stream. That's just crazy talk. We're going to skip some. Yeah, we're going to skip a bit here because, you know, just in case I want to power. Oh, let's build some more of these. For reasons, I want to try to get enough power here to request a little bit of power. We're going to request, where are they? Foundations. Let's just go halvesies. Remote demand. And we're going to drop this down to 2. Load up the charging a little bit. I wanted to try to start the episode while we had some power, but man, this planet rotates fast. The reason I'm using solar here is mainly because if we look at the map here, you can see solar still has an energy bump, 117% of an energy bump here. Okay, let's see if we can't. Get all of that in there. Trying to chase the sun around, not an easy task. See, none of these are actually active. Like, what is the rotation period on this thing? 800 seconds. So, about a minute and a half. Little extra juice. So if we're going to be building a metric ton of oil on here, there's quite a bit of prep work that needs to be done. Well, that's a little too close, as is that one. Let's bridge that again, like so. Overloaded. Yeah, I know it's overloaded. Let's go see if we have any deliveries. We have a few. Okay, so let's dump these out into a storage if we can here. Let's make some. Okay. I mean, you have power, but you don't really have power. All right. Power off. Cannot charge. I understand. Let's see. Where are we? Yeah, we're just absolutely on the dark side here. Let's pull some power this way. So yeah, what I'm thinking is, because let me talk about my justification here. To build this Dyson Sphere here, we're going to need a lot of frame materials, which is fine. We can do that on the Metal Mecha planet pretty easily. The Dyson Sphere components use those things plus some solar sails plus some processors, which we have in abundance on the metal planet. But the small carrier rocket here, this is really iffy, because this uses those 2 of these quantum chips plus 2 of the deuterium fuel rods. Okay, so we're going to need a metric ton of deuterium if we're going to want to make these in large amounts. Plus these things, quantum chips, again, more processors. Again, we're going to need to ramp up our processor production quite a bit to keep up with this. And then the this plane filter stuff is going to use titanium glass, which is okay. I went back to the home planet and I set up a big water pumping area so we can bring water in, because there's no water anywhere in this system. So we're going to need to import it. It's going to use glass, and it's going to use titanium and water, plus some of those Casimir crystals. Casimir? I call them Casimir. I don't know why, but Casimir crystals. And this is where the hydrogen comes in. A ton of hydrogen. An absolute ton of hydrogen. So, yeah, we're going to need a lot of hydrogen. There we go. Get some nice sunshiny here. And you can see there's a lot of silicon reserves on this planet. And I plan on grabbing as much of those as I can. I may even smelt some locally, because there's a lot. There's 77 million silicon on this planet. So I'm thinking this is going to be a good place for some silicon processing. Because, you know, the Metal Mecha planet does have some silicon, but I'm pretty much processing and using all of it. All right, so here we have a whole lot of solar panels. All right, now we should be Really pushing this thing. Oh yeah, big time. Are we 100%? We are 100% satisfaction. Excellent. And now we are pulling a whole lot more of these. Let's put a limit on that, just for reasons, and then think about what we're gonna do. Where is a good spot? There's usually, yeah. See, this back area here does not have a whole lot of veins, so that is going to be a great spot. You know what? We could probably speed this up a little bit. And then maybe get another one of you. Because I can't directly pull these out. Would be nice. Alright. So way over here, it's going to be a good place for... Look at all this wide open space over here. So yeah, we're going to be building a huge... I'm getting a little bit better at the placing of said foundations. Although they go fast. 1. There you go. So now it's just a matter of time for this thing to fill up with all sorts of things and stuff. So each stack of 2,000 is like 20 squares. Minus whatever mistakes I make. So yeah, the first step is always to try to get enough power into the system. Oh, that was a big mountain right there. All right. All right, let's see. Where do we want to start pulling in oil? We're definitely going to need to pull in a lot of oil. I'm going to craft 20 of these guys. 10 are going to go here. Yeah, this is not very fast. All right, where are 10 of those? Here, where are you? Trying to find the ships. There they are. Bingo, we've got some ships. So they should be zipping back and forth. I might want to... Yeah, see, they're so slow because they're not warping. Map. There we go. So if we want a metric ton of crude oil, how are we going to do that? So over here, got a nice huge area. So I think this kimberlite, there's kimberlite there. That'll be handy for something. So I think we're gonna want something in here to pull oil. So let's get some more transportation here. I'll put this right in there. Because not only are we going to need oil, we're also going to need cracking in pretty hefty amounts. Okay, so put the other ships. I know they're in here. Where are you? There you are. Let's go 2, a lot of power. We're going to want crude oil, remote demand. You can see the power just pulling down. All right, we've got some crude oil incoming. That's good news. So how do we want to set this up? Again, the main issue is going to be how fast this stuff is going to process. So, plasma refining uses 2 every 4 seconds. That is going to be 1 every 2 seconds, or 30 per minute. 30 per minute. But the 1 every 2 seconds, so it means I can put 60 refineries on one line of refining. Okay, 60 refineries. Let's get a setup that is going to work, that we can just repeat over and over and over again. Because the trouble with these is, I'm sorry about the lighting. The planet spins so fast that it's hard to keep all this stuff in the daylight. Okay, so production. I've got 60 refineries ready to go. So we're going to base this off of that one up there. So there's going to be 2 things outputted here. Let's do crude oil, like so. We can pull the oil in from the front. Yeah. And then we're going to need 1 on each side to deliver the output. Because if we're going to try to, you know, frame this right, if we do 1 there and X-ray cracking, or X-ray, oh, plasma refining, sorry, and 1 there. Okay. The output I should be able to do something like this. This. Oh, can I just... can I... I don't want to link it up to that. Endpoint must be horizontal. Okay. Well... I mean, if I gap these 2, well, that works. I could raise up and lower this. I really wish you could pull from up above. That would be so sweet. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this off. Turn that off. Let's try to do something. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Because if this goes straight across, and this goes straight across. Okay, one of those is oil. One of those is going to be hydrogen. How can we get an input in here? I don't know if that's possible. Should we... if we take that away and take that away, something like that. would work. Something like that. And then this, drop that down, goes across. Okay, let's see if we can smuggle or snuggle in some things there and there. Okay, now let's do, we're going to do hydrogen, hydrogen, oil, oil. Now, how many? Ooh. That I think is for 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they're 3 apart. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. There's another one. 1, 2, 3. There's another one. 1, 2, 3. Another one. Remember, we can put 60 of these around here. That's 30 on a side. So there, 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 there. I want to cancel those so I can loop these up and around. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Now, I'll think about how to merge these and do all that in a second. The next step is going to be getting these to talk, because I need two sets in order to be able to copy and paste these as required. So this needs to be oil, this hydrogen, this hydrogen needs to be moved. Hydrogen, because they if I copy this one over to here, these would conflict, so I can't do that. Same dealio over here. I need these to be hydrogen, and then we want one to be refined oil, like so. There, now we have 2 sets. We have a left and a right side that can be tiled all the way across. And let's dump my oil that I have on me. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is a lot easier to do before the machines go down. Okay. Up. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Like so. Okay, now we need this going across, down. So with that mod that I have, that copies the inserters, or the sorters. Yeah, this side is that, this side is that. Power, we can use these super duper awesome things here and get ourselves some power. I don't want to power it up just yet though. Okay. So you go here, skip 1, skip 1, skip 1. And you skip 1, skip 1, skip 1. Same thing over here. Oh, what am I doing? Skip one. Copy this one. I got a little overexcited there about placing these. All right, so let's just double check. Oil, hydrogen, oil. Okay, I think that's all well and good. Now, for merging these, we can use the splitters in elevated mode. Okay, so oil. How about oil is here, hydrogen is here. Okay, so oil, hydrogen, oil, hydrogen, oil, hydrogen, oil, hydrogen. And these we probably want fast. Now the oil is probably going to be sent, maybe I'll do all my cracking above here and all my refining below. And, you know, that would be nice. But again, remember, we can put 60 of these things on a single line. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 18 right now, and we can have 60. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of maneuvering and finagling here. There's going to be a lot of things and stuff going on here. Before we get anywhere close. So I'm going to do the rest of these as well as the rest of the solar panels off camera, and we will come back next time and get it all running and hooked up and happy, and we can work on maybe an efficient cracking setup, because I'm going to need to craft up a bunch more refineries. I should have automated those. I really should have. I don't know what they all take, but I know it would probably be a wise move to automate those, considering how much hydrogen and stuff we're going to be needing out of here. And power. Ooh, we're going to need so much power. I don't know if the power we're going to get from all this solar is going to be enough. I mean, we have, yeah, we don't know how much power we have just yet, but we will. All right, well, I'm gonna repeat this process and get 30 on a side and see just how big that is, because then we could, you know, task this. I have enough oil being mined to fill almost 2 blue belts worth of oil. There's almost 2 full blue belts going into the storage that we have. So we could have almost 2 full belts, and it would just take a trip out there to, you know, actually get that full. So yeah, there's plenty more oil on that planet to mine. There's so much more. So I'm not worried about that. And so yeah, I've got a little bit of work here to do. So that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching. Please hit that like button if you've been enjoying the series so far. Comment down below if you've got something to add, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and consider being a Patreon and supporting the channel a little bit more, and help me pay for my groceries for the month. Anyway, I'll see you next time.